On the night of November 24th, 1986, a television channel launched in Westchester, Pennsylvania that would change the way Americans shopped. The concept was simple and genuinely novel. A host would appear on screen with a product. They would describe it, demonstrate it, answer questions from callers. A countdown clock would show available units. You would call, give your credit card number, and a few days later the product would arrive at your door. Quality, value, convenience, QVC. The man behind it was Joseph Segel, who had already founded the Franklin Mint. Segel had watched the Home Shopping Club, launched in Florida in 1982, and believed he could do it better. Within the first year, QVC was profitable. What Segel understood was that shopping was not just a transaction. For a significant portion of Americans, particularly women at home, shopping was entertainment. The host on the screen was someone you came to know, came to trust, came to schedule your afternoon around. By 1989, QVC was the most watched cable channel in America. By the early 1990s, it was generating more than $1 billion in annual sales. It was reaching homes with no Nordstrom, no Neiman Marcus, no specialty retailer of any kind, just a television set and a phone line and a desire for something nice. By 2015, QVC was generating $8.5 billion in revenue, shipping millions of packages per year, and employing thousands of people who had built careers around the singular format of live television retail. In 2017, QVC's parent company, Qurate Retail Group, acquired the Home Shopping Network, its oldest competitor, for $2.1 billion. The logic was consolidation: two networks, one infrastructure, combined buying power, cost efficiencies. What the acquisition could not do was reverse the underlying structural trend that was already making the combined entity's future uncertain. The cable television ecosystem that had made QVC and HSN possible was coming apart. Cord cutting was not yet a crisis in 2017, but the trajectory was visible. Every year, fewer Americans had cable. Every year, the audience for linear programming was getting smaller. And online shopping was getting better, faster, cheaper, more convenient, more comprehensive. In December of 2021, a fire broke out at a QVC distribution center in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. The fire burned for days. It destroyed the facility and a significant portion of QVC's North American fulfillment infrastructure. The financial impact exceeded $400 million in losses. The operational disruption affected the company's ability to ship merchandise at exactly the moment it needed every advantage it could get. The Rocky Mount fire was not the cause of QVC's problems. The cause was structural. But the fire accelerated the deterioration of a business already under pressure. It gave a company trying to pivot to a new model significantly less runway to complete that pivot. The pivot QVC needed was from cable television to social media and streaming. TikTok Shop, Instagram Shopping, YouTube Live, Amazon Live, all of these platforms have developed live-hosted retail formats that look, in their basic structure, exactly like what QVC has been doing since 1986. A host, a product, a countdown clock, a buy button. The difference is that these platforms have tens of millions of younger viewers who discovered products through algorithmic feeds rather than television schedules. QVC is trying to be the version of live shopping that a company with decades of experience and supplier relationships can offer. The Win strategy is designed to position QVC in the social commerce market as television declines. Whether it is moving fast enough is the central question. On February 10, 2026, QVC Group stock fell 66% in a single trading session to $3.74 a share, its largest single-day decline on record. Bloomberg had reported that the company was in confidential negotiations with creditors over a potential restructuring of its $6.6 billion debt load. $6.6 billion. The debt from the HSN acquisition, the debt accumulated through years of declining revenue, the debt that the fire had made worse. The company had repaid $585 million in senior secured notes in February 2025. It had conducted a 1-for-50 reverse stock split in May 2025, a move typically associated with companies trying to prevent delisting due to low share price. In March 2026, QVC Group disclosed that it could not file its annual financial reports on time. The filing indicated that management anticipated disclosing substantial doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. On April 16, 2026, QVC Group entered into a restructuring support agreement with the majority of its creditors. The agreement outlined a prepackaged Chapter 11 restructuring plan that would reduce the company's debt from $6.6 billion to approximately $1.3 billion. The restructuring does not include QVC Group's international operations. No employee layoffs were announced in connection with the filing. The company stated that vendors would be paid on schedule. In the announcement, QVC Group's leadership described the restructuring as enabling the company to continue its Win growth strategy, to transform from a cable television shopping channel into a live social shopping company, present across social platforms, streaming apps, e-commerce sites, and still television. The strategy is not unreasonable. Live social commerce is a growing market. QVC has brand recognition, supplier relationships, and decades of experience in live-hosted retail that few competitors can match. The $1.3 billion in remaining debt after restructuring is still significant, but manageable compared to the $6.6 billion that preceded it. The channel that Joseph Segel launched in 1986 with a host, a product, and a phone number changed how Americans thought about shopping from home. It created careers, built communities, and generated tens of billions of dollars in sales across 4 decades. It reached people who had no other access to the brands and products they wanted in places where no retailer had opened a store. Now it is restructuring under a Chapter 11 protection, carrying $1.3 billion in remaining debt, trying to become a social media competitor with 40 years of live retail experience behind it. The irony is that the format QVC invented has never been more popular. TikTok Shop is doing what QVC did in 1986 for a generation that has no memory of watching their mothers call a phone number on the television screen. The concept survived and thrived. The company that created it is the one that is struggling. QVC invented the countdown clock and the limited time offer. It invented the call-in format, the product demonstration, the host-customer relationship that built trust across a screen. It shipped $8.5 billion worth of goods in a single year using a format that predates the internet. Every live shopping feature on every social platform is, in some form, a descendant of what QVC built in 1986. The question for the company that invented live retail is whether it can compete with the platforms that learned from it. The audiences are younger and on different screens. The hosts are now influencers who reach millions of followers directly. The products appear in algorithmic feeds rather than scheduled television slots. The buying experience is frictionless rather than requiring a phone call. QVC understands all of this. The Win strategy is its answer. The restructured balance sheet is what makes the answer possible. Whether 40 years of live retail experience translates into competitive advantage in the social commerce era is what the next phase of the company's history will determine. The channel that changed shopping in 1986 is now asking whether it can change again. Whether the company that taught America to shop on television can teach itself to shop on TikTok. Subscribe before the next video, because in this story the disruption always comes from somewhere the incumbent wasn't watching.